Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to take up additional reference of business and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the titles of bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as communications and committee report.
Is there an objection? The chair hears none. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of bills and resolutions in first reading, as well as messages, communications, and committee reports for referral to the appropriate committees.
Additional reference of business. Bills on first reading. House Bill number 9166, an act instituting a fertilizer subsidy program and appropriating funds therefore, by Representatives Co. Elisa and Co. Antonio.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 9167, an act institutionalizing the fuel subsidy for municipal fisherfolk, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, by Representatives Co. Elisa and Co. Antonio.
To the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources.
House Bill number 9168, an act providing for the share of local government units hosting petroleum refineries, large-scale petroleum depots, large-scale liquefied natural gas terminals, and fossil fuel-related facilities in the excise taxes, custom duties, and other national taxes collected on petroleum products, liquefied natural gas, providing for the Magna Carta of Barangay Health Workers, by Representative Garcia Albert.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 9170, an act granting benefits to Filipino septuagenarians, amending for this purpose Republic Act number 11982, which amended Republic Act number 10868, otherwise known as the Centenarians Act of 2016, and for other purposes, by Representative De Lima.
To the Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill number 9171, an act prohibiting the selling and or buying of admission tickets through unauthorized sales channels, providing penalties therefore and for other purposes, by Representative De Lima.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 9172, an act increasing the income tax exemption ceiling for individual taxpayers to 480,000 pesos annually, amending for the purpose Section 24A, 2A, and B of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended, by Representative De Lima.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 9173, an act institutionalizing continuing professional development support for nurses, providing funds therefore and for other purposes, by Representative Plato.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill number 9174, an act strengthening community-based fire prevention and response mechanisms through establishment of barangay fire brigades, fire safety training, and community fire resilience programs in all barangays and appropriating funds therefore, by Representative Plato.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 9175, an act authorizing the Department of Agriculture to regulate farm gate prices for agricultural and fisheries products and for other purposes, by Representative De Macuja.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 9176, an act improving and sustaining genomics and forensic science facilities and establishing separate databases for genomics and forensic DNA in the country and for other purposes, by Representative De Macuja.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 9177, an act providing full coverage medical assistance to any officer or uniformed personnel of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Bureau of Fire Protection, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, the Philippine Coast Guard, and the Philippine National Police for injuries sustained during the performance of official duties and appropriating funds therefore, by Representative De Macuja.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 9178, an act simplifying procedures and reducing documentary requirements for accessing government aid or assistance and for other purposes, by Representative De Macuja.
To the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill number 9179, an act defining temporary, long-term, and permanent disability under the Magna Carta for persons with disability and providing lifetime validity of identification cards for persons with permanent disability and further amending sections 4 and 32 of Republic Act number 7277 as amended by Representative Lopez.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill number 9180, an act developing and expanding the Philippine shipbuilding and ship repair, boat building, and ship recycling industries, and for other purposes by Representative Dalog.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 9181, an act providing for the Magna Carta of the out-of-school youth by Representative D. Faustino Michael Carlos.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill number 9182, an act expanding the composition of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council, amending for the purpose Section 4 of Republic Act number 11904, otherwise known as the Philippine Creative Industries Development Act, by Representative Benitez Javier Miguel.
To the Special Committee on Creative Industries.
House Bill number 9183, an act establishing an extension office of the Maritime Industry Authority in the Municipality of Taytay, Province of Palawan, and appropriating funds therefore by Representative Salvame.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 9184, an act establishing the Philippine National Public Park System and appropriating funds therefore by Representative Hofer Hasim.
To the Committee on Tourism and the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 9185, an act renaming the Naga City National Road from the boundary of Barangay Peña Francia, traversing Barangay San Felipe, Pacol, Carolina, and Panicwason in the city of Naga, Province of Camarines Sur, to Senator Tecla R. San Andres Ziga Avenue, by Representative Legacion.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 9186, an act establishing a district office of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority in Cagayan de Oro City and appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes by Representatives Rodriguez Rufus and Rodriguez Maximo.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
Resolutions. House Resolution 997, resolution commending and congratulating Beanie for achieving the historic breakthrough of being the first Pinoy pop group to perform at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival and showcasing Filipino talent, culture, and artistry in the international stage, by Representative Copilar.
To the Special Committee on Creative Industries.
House Resolution 998, a resolution commending and congratulating Ms. Sofia Elizabeth Guevara La Forteza, or Sofia La Forteza, a Filipina performer and the leader of the international girl group Cat's Eye, for her historic and outstanding performance at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival 2026 and for bringing pride and honor to Filipinos worldwide. Representative Ortega.
To the Special Committee on Creative Industries.
House Resolution 999, resolution calling for an urgent investigation in aid of legislation into the Commission on Higher Education's proposed reframe general education curricular component for higher education and urging the CHED to junk the same, review the 2013 general education curriculum, and conduct genuine consultations with faculty organization, discipline-based expert panels, and students. By Representatives Tino, Elago, and Co.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 1000, a resolution directing the House Committees on Public Order and Safety, Information and Communications Technology, and Public Information to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the rising incidents of fake news, online harassment, disinformation, cyber-enabled threats, extortion, and other abusive acts committed through social media, vlogs, digital media platforms, and other online channels against public officials, private individuals, and institutions, with the end in view of strengthening existing laws and safeguards while protecting freedom of speech and legitimate journalism. By Representative Garin.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 1002, a resolution urging the government of the Republic of the Philippines to support the meaningful participation of Taiwan in the World Health Organization, including its attendance as an observer in the World Health Assembly, in recognition of its contributions to global health security and international public health cooperation. By Representatives Rodriguez Rufus and Rodriguez Maximo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Resolution 1004, resolution expressing the profound condolences of the House of Representatives to the family of Honorable Salvador B. Británico, former representative of the Barangay Association for National Advancement and Transparency, party list, during the 14th Congress and representative of the province of Iloilo during the regular Batasang Pambansa, by Representative D. Faustino, Marcos, and Libanan.
To the Committee on Rules.
Message from the Senate. Message dated May 12, 2026, informing the House of Representatives that on even date, the Senate passed the following Senate bills in which it requests the concurrence of the House. Senate Bill 1894, an act enhancing the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act, amending for the purpose Republic Act Number 10931, and Senate Bill 1966, an act institutionalizing the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situations Program of the Department of Social Welfare and Development, providing penalties for the violation of certain unlawful acts and appropriating funds therefor.
To the Committee on Rules.
Subpoena ducis tecum. Pursuant to Section 153, Rule 24 of the Provisional Rules of the House of Representatives, transmitting the subpoena ducis tecum dated April 23, 2026, issued by the Office of the Ombudsman. Committee reports. Committee Report Number 271, submitted by the Committee on Health and on House Bill 9214. Committee Report Numbers 272 up to 293, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill Numbers 9216, 936, 122, 1049, 982, 1069, 1076, 1278, 1414, 1540, 2053, 6433, 2658, 2224, 1695, 685, 688, 494, 611, 671, 2953, and 2939 respectively.
The aforementioned committee reports are all referred to the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the guests of Representative John Attorney J.P. Padiernos of Galing sa Puso Party List. They are guests from Halahala, Rizal, Mayor Jerry V. Aniago, Municipal Administrator Jamil Aniago, Tourism Head Marvin S. Calicas, GSO Department Head Attorney Sol Andalio, BPLO Head Kyle Bathan, Mr. Denise Christian Estrella, Mr. Dennis Miniebe, Mr. Jesus Andrew P. Belieza, Mr. Rico Huertas, Ms. Luella Huertas, Ms. Felomena Espiritu Santo, Ms. Marita Escalante, Mr. Melden Valenciano, and Mr. Jim Bautista.
To the guests of the Honorable Attorney G.P. Padiernos of Galing sa Puso Party List, our officials from Halahala, Rizal, headed by Mayor Harry V. Aniago, as well as the other officials and department heads of said municipality, maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo. Ikinagagalak namin ang inyong pagdating at kayo ay kasama sa inspirasyon ng House of the People. Welcome at maraming salamat. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend session for a few minutes.
Session suspended.